And we're on. We're on,
Uh,
guys.
hello, everyone. Welcome back to Qatartainment channel. This is me, Shieldman H, accompanied with my beautiful co-hosts, Clint, Daniel, and Aziz, the Hobbit. I mean, Lodi-Wan Kenobi. I've been talking to him about calling him Clint for since the last week, so I forgot Lodi-Wan Kenobi.
No problem.
However, today's episode gonna be an interesting one. We first of all, as you guys noticed, we are live from our the comfort of our homes, and we are doing it on cameras, basically, not in the studio because of the traffic's happening with the World Cup, and since we're here in Qatar, we are in the middle of the things. So yeah, we decided to do it from cameras and see how it goes. Hope you guys enjoy. And today we're gonna be talking about the Game Awards. The Game Awards, it's if you guys don't know, every single year there's gonna since like what 2018,
I think so.
since 2018 or 2017, something like that. They are being like nominated multiple games, and then people gonna have to vote which game is the best game. And throughout the nominees and things like that, we are now at the end of the year, and we are focusing on six different games.
Oh, dude,
Them
sorry, Shield Manage. 2014. It's been there since
since
2014.
2014. Since
Yeah,
2014. Now
yeah.
this is the eighth year of the Game
Yes,
Award.
yes, yes.
So the six games we are looking at this year are Plague Tale Requiem, Elden Ring, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, and Xenoblade Chronicles
Chronicles
3.
3. Yep.
So these are the six games we have, and we're gonna be talking about them. We're gonna be discussing which games should be there, which games should not be there, and if we're gonna have anything else we're gonna be talking about as well, we're gonna be saying it. You
Yes.
guys, please feel free to comment and share your thoughts and opinions with us on the live chat, and we're gonna be discussing these thoughts with you guys.
Yeah, you guys, if you have any idea of what should be the game of the year, or what's the game of the year for you for 2022, let us know. Hit us up in the comments.
We're gonna be looking at other categories we have already prepared, and we're gonna be discussing not the last one you mentioned, not the physics one. No, no, no.
Best in physics. Yes, that will not be included. Unfortunately, we are a
Yeah,
family-friendly show.
we are family friendly. We're not gonna be talking about geophysics, even though it could be one of the fan favorite things,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
fan service. But we don't do fan service here. Sorry, we are serviceless. Okay.
Good evening.
Today at least. So yeah, anything? Anyone have anything to say
No,
before we?
I think Jack Albelushi, Saudi and Argentina was the game of the year.
Who?
Saudi
It
versus
was the game.
Argentina
It was
was
the
the
game of the century.
game of the year.
It's gonna
Yes,
be game of the year, not game of the century.
your game of
Calm down.
calm down, calm down. Yeah, but yeah, you have a point there. So yeah, I mean, yes, you're right. We'll be talking about the game of the year, but before we talk about whether those games actually qualify, do you guys agree on like how the game of the year or the games of the year are selected and then voted on by? So for the uninitiated, the game of the year games are sort of selected by the big names in the video game industry, like hundreds, I think 100 video game those in the video game industry, and then the votes that come in, 90% comes from that industry, and then 10% only comes from people like us, keyboard warriors, podcasters, and whatnot, who wants to vote for our favorite games.
Yeah, our votes are 10%, and the big companies are 90%, which really sucks because if the company have a bigger name, or like journalists have bigger name, and they're gonna be like saying this game deserves to be the game of the year, and this will also affect the 10%. Maybe if they are back to like 30% or 20% of the vote, and the actual people who are playing the game actually gonna be it's gonna be more authentic when it comes to giving the award to the game, or to the publisher or whatever. It's gonna be more authentic. It's gonna be more believable because, as we all know, Kotaku, Game Spots, and these these journalists basically have their voices bought most of the time.
Mm.
Like they are most likely being prompted to say that this game is good or this game is bad. And we have seen many examples like that. Some of the games before they even launch, you will find articles about them why they are bad. It feels like they are being AI generated. Like you gotta find. I swear to God, you gotta find the prompt. If you read the articles, you're gonna find that most of the things said in these articles does not make sense. It does not connect well. The math is not mathing over there. So it seems like it's being AI generated. It's like prompted. What game you're talking about? So what are the things you're gonna be saying about this game? Is it bad or good? Okay, you put these things, and it's gonna generate an essay for you even before the game is launched.
Yeah,
So
but I think
in my
they,
opinion,
but I think they're the main source of, because they're the ones who typically provide the reviews. So the game, what do you call this, game sites, like for example, Kotaku, IGN, GameSpot, they're the ones who typically have the voice when it comes to which games come up in the Game Awards every year. Now,
The one and only GTA says people voted Sonic Frontiers higher than Elden Ring. Let the
that the
big
big
companies
yeah.
decide.
So
Haha.
so I kind of agree with the one and only GTA there, and the reason behind it is it can become sort of a meme festival.
yeah.
You know what will happen if like all of the people like us, like they will just vote, for example, Goat Simulator 3. You'll get
Yes,
a game of the year, a Goat Simulator 3 as game of the year for 2022. And it's not like it's bad. I think Goat
yeah, Goat Simulator is
Simulator is
It's
goated.
good.
This
fun.
game is goated,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the GOAT. That's why they don't call it GOAT for nothing. But then, yeah, I mean, you'll have games like that, or even shovelware that will be pre-selected, and then people will vote it just for the sake of making fun of the whole thing. And,
I
and
mean, so continue.
yeah, and the problem is because the Game of the Awards, it's a big thing, right? I mean, it's televised, it's being streamed. There's a big production value being put into place to put this Game of Awards, to show this up, and then suddenly, suddenly they will announce the Game of the Year, and they will put that envelope, and they will say, "Goat Simulator 3," in such a prestigious event such as this. They make
No,
it, yeah. Go ahead,
but
go ahead.
I believe that the games that are being nominated in Game of the Year are 2022 production. None of these games are being produced before 2022. If I'm wrong, correct me, please. Because as far as I see, all of these games are 2022. So you're not gonna be having games from older times that are being chosen as a meme or a joke. That's one thing. Another thing, if you're gonna find a group of memers, don't forget that this is the game award. It's like being voted on by like maybe what 3 million people. How many you gonna find memers? Like one, what 20,000, 30,000 at most? And we have only six categories. Not six categories, six places to put our vote. Six games.
Yeah,
So
true.
from these 3 millions, if you're gonna find a meme or two, they're gonna be like on the second place from the bottom, like the place before the last one, or anything, and they will find it funny because they clowned on a specific game. But at the end of the day, the real votes gonna be towards the real good game. That's what I'm. That's my point. Why do I say make more or put more weight on the actual gamers, actual players who play the game, not only people who play like a level or two and then go write an article about
So,
it.
so your point is even in the selection process involve the people as well, right? So
Yeah,
even in the selection, not just on the voting, because voting comes later. It's
not in
the
no in the selection. I believe it should be on the corporate of the game awards. They should be the ones that are selecting the games to be nominated. Not 100% them selecting the games, but they keep in consideration what people also play. Like they put a list of games that should be selected or should be put like let's say a list of 100 games. Keep in mind, Game of the Year comes at the end of the year. So every month we're gonna have new 2 to 3 games released every month, right?
mm,
So maybe towards the end we're gonna have maybe 170 to 100 games every single year towards the end of the year. So what happens here? People gonna be voting. People gonna be lobbying. People gonna be campaigning for specific games, and these games then be looked at by the Game Awards Corporation, and then they decide this should this game be included or it should not, based on these specific criterias we have for a game to be qualified for Game of the Year.
Yeah. So I agree with you that it has to be the corporates, the game publishers, the gaming news websites. I think they're the ones best who can actually select those
Vote,
games.
yeah.
No, select.
Yes.
Select.
Select. Oh.
But the voting,
Yeah.
yes. So once the roster is selected, then the voting starts. I think, yeah, a major portion of that has to come from the general public. It can't just be from game journalists, because as we all know, game journalists can be played as well. I mean, they have
Yeah.
their corporate interests at heart. Yeah.
Yes. They will just. Basically, they want more clicks. They can go on the internet and say Elden Ring, Ragnarok, Horizon, Forbidden West. They can say these three games are the worst games ever created. And when you read the article, you will find that they are talking about it positively. But who's gonna read the article? People are gonna be looking at the headline and then go, "Oh, these games suck." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But people gonna be clicking because why these people opinions are contradicting. Why is it controversial? And controversy bring clicks.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't really believe in game journalists, because they gonna be writing articles, they're gonna be putting work in the corporation itself more than putting work in the game itself and enjoying it and creating content, or maybe try make something out of it more than creating just an article that will get clicks. That's my problem with why game journalists are having 90% of the vote.
The only problem with that as well, you know, the polarity between the game journalist reviews and also the public's reviews, right? So sometimes if you
Yes.
look at websites like, for example, Metacritic, or say, oh no, that's not
IGN, yeah.
yeah, not IGN. So IGN provides its own reviews, scores, ratings, and then you also have Metacritic. So Metacritic aggregates all of the reviews from the different websites, and I think it also has the user reviews. So that's the general public commenting. And sometimes there's a big disparity between what the game journalists give as a score and then what the general public gives as a score. One big example of that is Last of Us 2. So, you know, Last of Us 2, when it came out, it gained huge accolades from the game journalists, but then it was thumbed down by most of the general public.
Public,
Yes.
yeah.
And the only problem with that though is if you give the public too much freedom or too much power in terms of voting. So the thing is, sometimes even if the game doesn't come out yet, you know, when we're just very passionate about something, that we tend to vote down even though it's not really the game is not really deserving to be voted down if you look at it on a technical perspective. However, because of our own beliefs, you know, our own biases, we say, oh no, you shouldn't be putting this type of content in this game, and therefore I shall thumb you down even before you release that game. I think that's the only risk that you're entering into if you do that. But
Not only that, but also to incorporate the game developers themselves. They can be controversial. They can be contradicting many things when it comes to creating a game, and people are gonna be hating on that, and they're gonna be downvoting based on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say if a Blizzard publishes a game, and we all know Blizzard don't treat their employees fairly. They don't do things correctly. So
When you mean Blizzard,
so
you mean Activision, the studio that publishes those games, not Blizzard itself, right?
they are the two faces for the same coin, in my opinion. So what's gonna happen? People are gonna be downvoting this because the corporation is a bad corporation, and it's gonna be like snowball effect of bad things happening back to back. If the game is downvoted or not rewarded or not being looked at as a game, more than being looked at as these publishers created this game, okay, or these developers created this game, it's gonna be like a snowball of bad or a negative effects. Things gonna be like moving backwards. Why? Because let's say Activision, okay, so Aziz, don't get mad here. As Activision mistreat their employees, okay, So people gonna be hating on Call of Duty. What's gonna happen? Activision gonna get less money. They're gonna give less money to their employees, and it's gonna be like more negative effects. And the next game gonna be less quality. The game after gonna be even more less quality because it keeps getting downvoted. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So it's like a snowball effect.
yeah.
Look, the thing is, like, in terms of selecting games or voting for games, I feel like when it comes to voting, they should select a number of people, like from the general public, to vote on the game, to vote for the games. Not everyone, and not everyone has the right to vote, but just like certain people, so that the likelihood of memes happening is less.
But how do you
No,
screen that? How do you screen that though? I don't think you'll be able to do that. I mean,
yeah, it's
Wha-
gonna be hard because if you're gonna be wanting specific people, you're gonna be looking at content creators. Okay. Let's look at, for example, the biggest content creator on Twitch, XQC. Okay,
Yeah.
gaming content creator on Twitch, XQC. He plays a lot of FPS games, but he is bad, really bad when it comes to games that require thinking and solving puzzles.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna be incorporating XQC to vote for a game, he's gonna be choosing games that are FPS games,
yeah. So
like Overwatch 2 and trash any other game, basically. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be hard to pull off to bring people to pick games.
and on that line, you know, the if you look at the game of the year contenders, I mean, it's very limited, right? On the genres.
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
like
I feel I see it. I see it like that.
I feel like they filtered it based. I don't know. I know we all know it's based on popularity. Like, but because of that, some games that are just like technically very good does not get included in the roster. Like for example, RTS
Yeah.
games, racing games. I mean, it's rare that
Yes.
you see them actually become part of the roster of Game of the Year.
Even sport games.
Yeah,
Some games that are like skating, ice skating as well. Uh,
Football games,
Basketball
basketball
games,
games. Yeah.
football games, they are not included anywhere in the roster.
I
I
mean,
did not see them.
yeah, but maybe they should like what I feel like if games would to be included in the roster or any like, game of the year list, they should like be at least, let's say, great. You know what I mean? Like in terms of gameplay, story. I mean, games should be in a list or roster if they're really good, not if they're decent, but if they're really really good,
well, to be fair,
if they deserve to be.
to be fair, like for example, the sports games, a lot of them are rehashes of the previous years. So, I mean, for the most part, like for example, NBA 2K. I mean, there hasn't really there
But
wasn't
any
really much
innovation, yeah.
innovation from the previous iterations. I don't know about FIFA though because I don't play FIFA. You guys might be playing FIFA, so you have a
No,
better
I don't play FIFA.
Yeah, the last time I played FIFA was FIFA 15.
FIFA
I'm
15.
I'm so out of the loop.
But then you haven't seen the latest iterations, FIFA 2022, 23.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's no innovation in like sports games. It's like the same thing, just better graphics and
Roster
new visual
changes
features.
and
Yeah.
roster changes.
Yeah, roster changes, yeah. Look,
Yeah,
I feel like sports games, like, I don't consider them a joke, but there hasn't been something like a sports game that really pulls an audience.
Yeah. So just let's just read through. Sorry, Shieldman H, before I read through the comments. You have anything to say?
yeah, like what Sengoku QTR. We miss you, by
Okay.
the way.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we really miss you. He says all of their categories are based on mainstream category. They always use the more popular stuff, which is true. They are bringing the most popular games, like these 6 games. For example, Stray. Stray trended for 2 weeks. Only 2 weeks. 3 weeks at most, and it's included because it made so much noise when it came to the gaming industry, when it came to the when it was put in the light. Basically, it created so much noise.
But
So
was the game successful financially or story wise?
absolutely, Absolutely.
How much
Story-wise,
money did? Yeah.
it's not that rich. Story-wise, it was not that rich, which is why it died immediately, like in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. However, but it is calming. It is mellowy. It's laid back. It's like a couple puzzle here and there. You solve them and you proceed to the next stage. Graphics good. The physics in the game are absolutely amazing. But my problem is, if the game is like quick and will die immediately, like after people just drop it in like 2 weeks, no more people gonna be talking about it. Don't include it there.
No, I feel like a game. It's fine if the game like it dies quickly, and if they, especially if the game is a story-based game. Because I mean, if you once you complete everything in the game, what in like for example, God of War
What's
Ragnarok,
next?
what's there to do? And it's fine if it dies in like 2 weeks because it's a story-based game. It's not like it's not a multiplayer-based game. It's not like Fortnite or Call of Duty. If those games were to die in like 2 weeks or a month, I mean, that says something. That says that it's a bad game.
Yeah, I don't really want them to be included if they die immediately. Like, for example, God of War. God of War, after you're done with the game, there's nothing else to do. Unlike Elden Ring. Elden Ring, when you're done with the game, you can replay the game, but choose a different class, choose a different strategies. You can avoid bosses entirely to keep moving forward.
Well,
You know what
I
I'm
wonder,
saying?
can any multiplayer, was there like is it possible to include a multiplayer game in the game of the year list, or is it just
yeah,
excluded?
it's possible. You can, they if they wanted to, they could. I mean, the only reason why, for example, because as we all know, it's all about popularity contests, right? But the only reason why Call of Duty Warzone is not being included there is because it's getting a lot of bad press. A lot of people are hating on it.
Yeah.
Hating on it, yeah, because of the
Yes.
bugs, yeah.
Yeah, because of the developers. But if you look at the player base, I mean, you can't go wrong with putting it as game of the year.
The numbers speak for themselves.
Yeah.
The numbers speak for themselves. Even when it comes to, if you want to take a popularity base, you can go and see on the internet, Twitch, YouTube, and you will find Call of Duty videos and streams. They bring a lot of views. They pull a lot of views. So if they are not there, it's because they don't want these publishers to be in the list.
Yeah.
It's like they are taking it on a personal level, basically. How I see it should be done. How I see it should be done. It should be separated. There should not be an all-encompassing game of the year. It should be game of the year in racing games, game of the year in platformer games, game of the year in 2D games, game of the year in open world games, game of the year in story-rich games, storytelling games, role-playing games. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
So-
when it comes to game of the year, like they should just, if what a game should be on the list, if not because of its financial success, but because of the success of the game itself, like how it, like if the game is great, put it on the list. If it's not, but it was financially successful, then don't put it on the list. You should just consider one thing, and that one thing is if the game is good or not.
But the problem.
And yeah, sorry, go ahead.
So you were you wanted to finish? Just finish your statement, Aziz. It's fine.
Yeah, so like I feel like game of the year should only be one topic. There shouldn't be like a game of the year in terms of racing games or 2D games. It should just be like all around. But what dictates if the game is deserving to be in the list or not is if the game is good or not.
Yeah, so there has to be a measurable criteria, right? That you need to look at if you want, because these are different. You're talking about different genres, different types of gameplay. So there has to be a general sort of criteria that you need to look at, which all of these games fall under, and then you just select which one has checked most of these criteria, right? Like for example, technical quality, no bugs on release. Yeah.
Yeah.
And no bugs on release. It's like there is nothing such as no bugs on release. There is nothing as such as no bugs on
Yeah,
release.
there's no
Like
such thing
if
anymore.
you're gonna have developers working on a game for 10 years, on launch day, there's gonna be bugs. You know why?
Sorry, Amar Laltabi, what do you mean totally agree with him? You agree with who or agree with what? What do you mean exactly?
He agrees with someone said something. So if he does not agree, he's gonna have to specify. But if he agrees, he agrees. So, as I said, the developers are like, let's say 100 people who are gonna be working on the game, developing the game, like smashing bugs, squishing bugs all around. But when it comes to finally releasing the game, there's gonna be at least, at the very least, 100,000 players playing this game, and one of them gonna find something
Yeah, yeah.
immediately. One of them gonna find something.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, but I'm just generally speaking, there has to be a criteria. But the problem with doing that is it doesn't sell. So as I said, at the end of this, there's a game awards show that's gonna be streamed, shown where everybody's watching on YouTube. It's a money making machine, right? It won't create a lot of debate if they qualify it properly. So there has to be some sort of controversy that can be put, that that they can, because it's gonna create chatter. It's gonna be creating a lot of talk, within the gaming community. So that there has to be that. Otherwise, no one will watch the game of the year. They can just read it as an article. I think that's
Straight up.
that's the only reason. That's the only way that you can get likes, dislikes. I mean, regardless of whether it's a dislike or not, it's still engagement at the end of the day. So, so yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that will never change. As you know,
It's like building traffic on the website.
yeah,
At the
yeah,
end of the day.
yeah. So I don't think anything will change on this. I mean, we can have our own wish list of what we want, but at the end of the day, this is what it is. And then we just have to, but the question again, I guess next would be, if this 6 games, do you think that there were some games that were snubbed from this list, and there should have been another game that should have been replaced from this list?
Stray should be off the list.
Okay.
Straight up. I'm gonna
Why
be
do you think
honest.
that is? Why should it be off the list?
I'm coming for you. So, Stray should be off the list because, as I said, it died immediately. It did not last long, and it's a really, really, really simple game. Okay, it's like any third grader can play this game and still do it phenomenally. Okay, so I think it should be off the list, Stray, and if it's gonna be replaced, bring in Overwatch 2, or maybe bring in, there are plenty of other games outside. Maybe Resident Evil, the remastered Resident Evil Village. It was remastered. Why not bring it? It was published relatively the same date of God of War Ragnarok, maybe a week after. Why is it not in the list?
Dude, but Stray is like, it's cat, man.
The cat.
Yeah,
Everyone loves cats.
It's the most.
I had 3 cats, okay? I had 3 cats, and you can see the tree. I still have the tree, even though I had to give them to other people, but I still have the tree in here, okay? The cat tree. I know it's a cat game, and I adore cats. I love cats ever since I was a kid. But this game should not be on the list.
Dude, it's the most innovative game since Mario. It's
Also,
it's the first game that showed a cat, that you play as a cat. Have you seen any other game where you play as a cat? I've seen furry games, but not as a real cat. Not as a real cat. Do you have games like that? No way, dude. This is, I mean,
there's Goat Simulator.
oh yeah, no, that's a goat. But compare, I mean, how many goat YouTube videos do you see on YouTube, man? Compared to cat videos, cat videos overrun those.
I
Goat
mean, who will have a goat in their house, other than maybe psychopaths who are gonna be raising goats inside their house? It's gonna be man the whole day. Like, no, thank you. At least a cat is gonna be just chilling, just sleeping over there, and the cat tree. It's not
Yeah,
gonna do anything.
yeah, but
So yeah. However, let's move on. We already like past half
yeah, yeah,
the point
yeah.
of the.
So but why Overwatch though? I mean, why would you include Overwatch? I mean, it's an improvement of the past iteration, but
Listen,
why?
I would include Overwatch, okay, but the reason I don't see it being included because they took so much time to release the new game. Okay, that's why I believe it's not included there because they did not publish it faster. They've been like delaying Overwatch 2 over and over and over the whole time. They are not doing any. They are not giving us news and keeping us in the loop as much as any other game.
I feel like the game was
In
delayed
Overwatch
because of
2.
the problems with the publishing studio, the problems
Yeah,
that we've
yes,
seen. Yeah,
they promised us like 3 years before Overwatch 2. They
was
prob-
released. Yeah,
and they also showed us gameplays of Overwatch 2, yet they took 3 years to do anything. I mean, granted, there was the the coronavirus, there was the things happening with the world, Ukraine and Russia and everything, and people just being up in arms for anything and everything basically on the internet. However, they took so much time to do anything. But when they released it, they did it well. They did it really well. As a person who enjoyed playing Overwatch 1, okay, I see Overwatch 2 is a really fine game. Like, first of all, if we're gonna be like speak up of the main things in Overwatch 2, why is it there? Okay, why is it? Why I think it should be there? First of all, there's gonna be stories for the game. They already promised. They already showed some stories, and we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be having PVE really soon, which is all of these games are. Okay, we're gonna be having PVE soon on Overwatch 2. Another thing, they reduced it from being like two hunks of meat clashing against one another in every single game with two tanks, two DPS players, two healers. No, it's now one tank, one beefy tank, might I say, okay, two DPS and two healers. The the in Overwatch 1, we had so many concussion based abilities, so much CC that you can be stunned the whole game. You cannot do any of your abilities. If when it comes to tanks, there is Roadhog. He gonna be hooking you if you do any ability. There is Sigma who's gonna be throwing a rock at you and canceling any of your abilities. If you come to DPS, you will find McCree who's gonna flashbang you and you're basically blind. Oh, your ultimate ability is gone. GG. You have Sombra who's going to hack you and cancel your ability and leave you hacked for maybe 5 seconds, 4 to 5 seconds, and not be able to do any of your abilities. If you go to healers, you have Anna who's going to sleep you. You have Brigitte who's going to stun you. It was so annoying to be trying to do anything. But in Overwatch 2, they find these things. They made Brigitte not stunning you. She can push you away, but she cannot stun you. May cannot freeze you like Overwatch 1 unless she is using her ability, her ultimate ability. She can freeze you, which takes so much time to be acquired. You have Roadhog who's gonna be still hooking you, but the other tanks are not as much as stunning as it is. Unless other than that, it's one tank. It's not two tanks who's going to be concussioning you the whole time. DPSs they are not doing the same thing. Flashbang is replaced with a grenade, so it is refurbished game. It is much better than Overwatch 1, and I believe it should be in this list, but it's not there.
Yeah, so there's a comment from Omar Alutaibi. So he's saying Overwatch is good in general, but they have to work on balancing the game. I thought that if you were going to put Overwatch as Game of the Year material, I would say that balancing is the key criteria for that game. It's a competitive multiplayer game, right? So
Yeah,
yes.
it can be competitive. It can be played casually. I myself, I play casually the most of the time, but when I play competitive, I don't see anything broken. I
Mm,
see everything's going like really well. If it only requires the team communication. If there is like let's say a Genji in the enemy team, and our tank is Sigma or our tank is Reinhardt,
mm,
well, Genji, if he gets the nano ability, he's gonna be killing everyone. So what you should do, you should pick Winston or you should pick Roadhog versus
mm,
Genji. Or if you see the enemy Farah and there is no hit scan in our team, Farah gonna be flying above everyone and killing everyone and having her free time, like she's walk in the park. So people should be choosing hit scans. It's a team communication thing. It's not this character is broken or this character is not too good.
so for you, the game is balanced. At least they made.
For me, the game is 90% balanced. They are
Mm.
still working on things. Like they are remove some characters from the roster. Like a month ago, we had Torbjorn and May removed from the roster, and they had to be changed. I mean, sorry, Bastion. Last week we had May back because she was removed to be fixed and rebalanced. So yeah, they are still working on it. But
Mm.
90%, I feel it's really balanced.
Yeah,
It's not lacking anything.
more or less. Okay. Okay. So Overwatch for you, right? Straight out Overwatch included.
Try out, put Overwatch in.
Okay. What about you, Aziz?
I feel like I agree with Hamid. I feel like Overwatch 2 should have been in the list, even if it wasn't, if it wasn't as popular as Elden Ring or God of War Ragnarok. I feel like it should have been in the list because of I've never played the game, but from what I've hearing, the game is such a big improvement on its
Overwatch 1.
predecessor in terms of like visually how the matches feel. So I agree with Hamid that it should have been in the list.
Okay.
What
But
about you,
me, Lodi One
Lodi
Kenobi.
one? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Xenoblade Chronicles need to go. Xenoblade Chronicles need to go.
I have no memories about Zero Blade Chronicle, honestly. Like
I
I don't really remember anything about it. It just boop, popped up in the list. I don't really remember it.
I mean it's a good game. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but it's just that I mean
Granted, it is on Nintendo, which is a company I'm not really that good with. I'm
yeah,
not in a good terms with Nintendo.
but if they were going to put a Nintendo exclusive, they should have put their best one. No, sorry. Xenoblade Chronicles is the best one. But I think in terms of popularity, what they should have included there would have been Pokemon Legends Arceus. That should have been included instead of Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
I don't know why Pokemon is still alive. I know I'm gonna upset a lot of people, but I don't really know why Pokemon is still around, man.
Dude, it's
Like,
it's a fun
you're just
game.
how so?
It's a fun game. I mean, you're
How?
collecting Pokemons. You're battling Pokemons.
I was a Pokemon fan when I was a kid. Okay, I had Nintendo DS, I had Nintendo 3DS as well. I had Nintendo, the thing that opens, which is wide, DS3. Okay, I had these games and I was playing them and I was enjoying them. But towards the end, like lately, Pokemon have lost a lot of its charm and they are bringing new elements and making the game so much more complicated than it should be. Back in the day, it was much easier, and now we have Gigantamax, where the Pokemon, after you train a Pokemon, you can make it like 60 feet high and make it ultra omega super powerful.
It's
Like,
yeah,
why is
super.
that?
That's
Like,
Super Saiyan 7 in Dragon Ball
yeah,
language, I think.
yeah, like you feel there is something they are trying to achieve something, but they don't know what it is. Like they are seeing the like if we look at it, Nintendo, the Pokemon game, okay, it's an anime. Okay, it's an anime itself. The anime is not doing too hot. Okay, what they are seeing people doing is they are watching, let's say, anime Saitama, Dragon Ball, which every single year they are bringing more stronger characters and making the hero much stronger. So they are doing the same thing, and this unfortunately is being translated to the game. They are bringing Gigantamax, they are bringing super Pokemons like I don't really remember their names, but I've seen them.
No,
They are this should be stopped.
no,
They should stop. They should find they should put a period at the end of the sentence and call it a day. Do something else. Work on another project. Like the moment after that, Pokemon is no longer like entertaining in my opinion. After they brought the Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. After that, Pokemon is no longer entertaining.
debatable.
Look, Hamid, did you play the game itself?
Yes, he said
I
he. Did you?
I but Pokemon, yes, I played, but the latest one I did not play it. I have seen people playing the game, and it was not entertaining for me.
But
I was not.
but respectively speaking, I feel watching and playing something are two different things,
Yeah,
and I
it's
think
two different
that
Yeah,
things.
he
Two
played
different
it.
things. Unless you are familiar with the mechanics of the game,
yeah, but
unless you
some
know the
games,
game
but
itself.
yeah, but maybe this game is different than its predecessors and like some stuff.
No, if I watch a Pokemon video, specifically Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh video, Okay, I know these games. I played it. I played them for a good 10 years. So I know the mechanics. I know how the game should be done. I know how the game should be going. Where is it going? But on the last Pokemon and the one before it, I feel like they are being lost. They are trying to achieve something that is not visible for them.
I
They are kind of confused on what they should be doing, so they just keep bringing new elements and new stronger Pokemons. That's what's happening, unfortunately.
okay.
I mean, Clint, you've honestly convinced me to play the game. I really want to play the game. Is it just
Pokemon.
on Nintendo Switch?
Yes.
Yeah, it's on Nintendo
Yes,
only.
you
But
can.
On
Pokemon
Nintendo
is only on
Switch.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yes, because Nintendo is selfish like that. They don't want to share their IPs to
They
anyone
don't share
else.
their IPs.
Not even on
Not to
PC.
anyone.
PC is
Not even
usually the middle ground for all consoles,
the
Xbox
neutral.
and this is a
Yeah.
neutral console, but no, Nintendo just don't want to share anything. Even
They want you to buy their console.
even the mention of their IP in the stream might get us blocked as well. You never know.
Yes.
So,
Yes, I swear to God. Like if we play a Nintendo background music, we can get copyright.
yeah. But
Like what happened back in 2019, I believe. All the people that were playing Mario Maker, they got all of their videos claimed.
Why?
All of their
Why?
videos.
Why were they claimed?
Because Nintendo said they are playing our games and we did not give them permission. It is a game. It should be published to everyone. How? What do you think gonna make your game famous? What do you think gonna make your game published? Is it because it's good and people gonna be talking about the game and other people gonna be buying it? No. If they see someone online playing the game, they gotta go and play the game. But no, they claimed all these videos because they said, well, we did not give them permission, so we gonna claim these videos.
yeah. The only game that's
It's because of China, I believe.
but just to on my point on Pokemon though, I agree. I agree. The thing is, I think because whenever you talk about Pokemon, right, there's always a staple. You know how to play the game. You know how the game mechanics and everything. I think for me it's still enjoyable. And because I have kids as well, so I mean, if I want to play with my kids, this is one game that I can play with them. Yep, which is enjoyable. So I don't think Pokemon will ever go away. I think the gameplay mechanics and everything will is very effective, or for kids. They love them. They love those kinds of things.
I see your point. I see
Yeah,
your
yeah,
point.
yeah.
It's,
But
it's the same thing. When I was a kid, I really enjoyed the game, and when I grew up, I still have respect for the game, but I don't play it.
we don't play it.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and we get overwhelmed by the number of Pokemons now. I think there's what 900 now. I don't know, 600 plus Pokemons. Whereas during
Too much.
there's too much. Yeah, and we're so busy with so many things. We don't have time memorizing all of these stuff, right? So.
Yes.
So I think that's the reason why we can't play them anymore. But yeah, I mean, Legends Arceus was sort of my gateway again to the Pokemon game, and I kind of liked it. That brought me back to the enjoyment that I had when I first played it back in the 90s.
Didn't Arceus die because they put cement or concrete on him and he suffocated and died and couldn't move or do anything and gone away?
I don't know.
Was that
I'm not
was
really
that
sure.
the true story or was it just a meme on the internet?
I think that's
They
a.
poured-
I think that's a meme, dude. He's a Pokemon god. You can't kill him.
Yeah. That's why I was confused because many people I saw the comments on this specific thing, and many people were believing it. So yeah. Let's forget about it. Let's forget that I said that.
No worries, no worries. And there's one more game. Well, there's two more actually that I wanted to include. There's Total War Warhammer 3. So it's an RTS. Nobody likes RTS in these types of. I mean, they're not even I think a category. I don't know if there's a specific category for RTS in the Game Awards. There should be, and Total War Warhammer 3 should be there.
Yeah, I don't think there is any RTS game in the Game Awards.
No, dude, it's like watching.
I'm a big RTS head, by the way.
Dude, you
I love the cameras when it's a top-down camera and you're gonna be like moving troops around.
yeah, dude.
That's my favorite stuff.
You-
And tower defense. As well.
You have to play this game. It's like watching, it's a big battle happening in front of you between orcs, demons,
I know
humans.
Warhammer. I know
Dude.
Warhammer game. I know Warhammer game. Okay, I am a big Red Alert fan. You remember Red Alert?
Yes, of course.
I'm a big Stronghold Crusader gamer.
Okay.
Stronghold Crusader. If you see my Steam category, there is a lot of RTS games in there. I play them all the time.
No, we should game
Okay,
sometime.
we should game. Yeah, Sometime. Absolutely. I will take you on a roll, swear to God.
Yeah. So
So yeah,
that's
back to
yeah,
the
yeah.
games that we
So
were
so
talking about.
that's one, and second is the last one is Sifu. They should have included that. You know Sifu?
No.
It's a
Sifu.
It was released in like February, I think, right?
yes, yes,
Earlier this year,
yeah. So it's a
in
martial
the
art.
first quarter.
It's a martial arts game. So you attack, you do your martial arts thingy, and then whenever you die, you get older. So you respawn, but
Oh,
you get older. Yes, and
that's
then
an interesting
yeah,
thing.
it's an interesting mechanic. And then you get stronger because, of course, experience, but your
Oh yeah,
health
yeah,
goes
yeah,
down.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but there's lots of martial arts. So if you like kung fu, watching those kinds of martial arts
You
kind of thingy.
become more and more of a glass cannon as you
Yeah,
progress.
so your HP goes down, but you become
Yeah, yeah.
stronger.
I
And
saw a trailer of this game, but I immediately forgot it. But now when I see the pictures, I remember what I was seeing that day.
yeah, we should
I
have
remember it.
included. It's an innovative mechanic of a
Yeah,
game.
I have never seen another game like that. Like unlike God of War will give you checkpoints every 2 seconds. God of War Ragnarok. Have you played the game or seen the game? You
I've
have it on your background.
I've played the first one. I have yet to because I have yet to finish the first one. That's why I haven't played this. I will get this
Ah,
once I finish the first one.
okay. So remember that you're gonna be having checkpoints every 2 seconds.
Oh,
Granted, it is more of a rich story than the first one.
mm,
Okay, it is story-wise, it's more rich. Many things are better in this game, but when it comes to difficulty, you will find it even on the hardest difficulty. You will find yourself laid back playing the game.
really? Easier than
Yeah,
the first one.
much easier.
But dude, because you play okay, so before we go there, I think we're okay with the games now. So we have our own games. So Aziz and Shieldman H, Overwatch 2, remove Stray. My take is remove Xenoblade Chronicles. Stray also you can take it out, and Plague Requiem you can take it out, and then add Total War Warhammer 3, Sifu, and then Pokemon Legends Arceus. Those are my three stuff. Yeah. Uh, I don't
Sure.
have. So libraries, I don't have context, but Stray will win. Yeah, because cats.
No, screw cats. Cats are stupid. Okay, especially the orange cats. The
Oh,
orange cats have. Listen, all the orange cats in the world share the same brain cell, one brain cell, and it's in circulation between these cats. I swear to God, every single cat I have seen, they're gonna be smart cats, except orange cats. They are stupid.
he
Okay.
doesn't want to remove Stray. No, 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 we don't remove Stray, he says. Libraries. Too bad. No, it's okay. So anyway, that's our own take. Now we're gonna look at the 6 nominees, and then we will predict which one will win. There's already one. I forgot that game thingy, which they already awarded the game of the year to Elden Ring. There's already
Yeah, they
one.
have.
Golden
Yeah,
something.
the
Golden
golden
game.
game, I think.
Golden game. Yeah. Golden games. They already
The
awarded
golden
to.
game award. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The-
So
on launch, keep in mind, on launch, it was awarded, which is absolutely crazy, and it's well deserved. Well deserved.
is it well deserved?
Yeah.
Lots of people are saying, including me, it's another Demon Souls, but with in a Skyrim skin.
It's. I agree with you. I agree. I 100% agree with you. But the main thing, the caveat of what you just said here, is that it took Bloodborne, it took all the Souls games, okay, Demon Slayer as well, and it put them all in one game, but did not just slap things together and see what sticks. No, they really worked in the game, put them together, brought all the classes, brought in the spells, brought in the magic, brought in the tanky classes as well. They brought one too many things in the game, and the monsters are really amazing. You will be finding a monster, and then suddenly it turns to something else, and you're gonna rethink how to fight this monster, and you're gonna be like doing some frame perfect abilities and do things very specifically enabled to be killing this one specific monster, which if you miss, well, GG, you're dead. Granted, there is a lot of healings, but a lot of the time you're gonna be missing your shots. One input delay and you're out of the game. You know what I'm saying? It brought me back to Azura's Wrath.
Mm.
If you remember Azura's
Yeah.
Wrath, lately I rewatched the whole. I found some people who are playing Azura's Wrath and stuck the whole thing because the game is just perfect. It is just too perfect to be not mentioned in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. To be fair,
So
yeah.
Azura's Wrath, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what Elden Ring brought. Not to forget that they have a rich story behind it. Granted, yes, they don't mention the story in the video game itself. They don't mention the story exactly what's happening with God of War Ragnarok. Okay, they bring the story. They talk about the story, but in Elden Ring they don't do that. They make you think what is happening. That's how they play it. They give you vague ideas, and you're gonna have to basically role play it in the middle of the game, D&D style. You know what I'm saying?
So you're supposed to improvise or flip the coin.
Yes.
Freaking
So yeah.
Assis the Hobbit Fortnite is gonna win. No.
No,
Dude,
no,
you're
no,
in
no,
the
I'm calling
pod-
it now.
You're in the
Fortnite is gonna win.
podcast. You're
No,
in-
it's not even mentioned. Get out of here.
Yeah, yeah. No, but,
So-
but I would agree with you because I did play some Souls games. I mean, I know it's very hard, and you know the barriers to entry for any casual gamer, including me, yeah, it's very high. But you know, once you delve into the game, it's really exciting, and you know, it's very rewarding. I'll be frank with you. I mean, when you play, because you're battling with, you know, huge enemies, right? They're overwhelming, and it can get very intimidating. But once you finish that boss, that feeling that you feel once you kill a boss cannot be compared with anything.
It's a huge sigh of relief.
It's a huge sigh of relief, and you know, it's like it's a big achievement. It because it always looks something insurmountable, and then you defeat it. So it's like,
Yes.
you know the feeling, the what do you call this, the hormones or whatever.
Yeah, the endorphins.
The endorphins, yeah, the
endorphins.
endorphins that it gives you, it's just kicks you out on your head. But yeah, but I would say still for me, it's, yeah, I'm sure Elden Ring will win because no doubt about it. But if, you know, if given a chance, I would say they should give a chance to God of War Ragnarok, just
God of
because
War-
of story,
God of War,
technical,
if anything,
yeah.
yes. If anything, God of War, it's gonna be number 2. If it's gonna be like rewarded, it's gonna be number 2. If not number 1, it's gonna be number 2. God of War, because the internet is now split in two. People saying God of War Ragnarok, and people saying Elden Ring. People
I
hating
feel
on
like
Elden Ring.
I feel like it's set in stone that Elden Ring is gonna win. I think that's 100% gonna happen.
I think the only disadvantage of God of War Ragnarok is because it's an exclusive. See,
Oh, yeah, that's true,
See,
yeah.
Elden Ring is what, PC,
Experienced
Xbox.
by more
yeah,
people. Yeah.
it's multi-platform. So then, if you're looking at popularity, well, there's Elden Ring because anyone can play it. Anyone who has a console or PC can play it. The problem with God of War is it's a PS5 exclusive. So as much as I would like to, you know, let you know how it feels, if you don't have a PS5 or a PlayStation, you won't be able to play it. So you won't be able to feel the same feelings that I feel when I play this
Yeah.
game, unfortunately. It's like when I tell you how VR looks like, you'll never see it until you experience it. So
Yes.
there.
Speaking of VR, yeah. VR give me headaches, but I'm willing to get back on that saddle. So as I said, now for me, okay, as a person who's playing computer on the whole time on PC, I don't really enjoy games when they are on console. I just don't enjoy it as much as I do when playing on PC. Maybe because of where I should be playing. Because when it comes to console, I'm gonna be in the hall room or near my family. I was gonna be like talking over the audio, and I'm not gonna be really focusing. Maybe that's the reason. But when I'm playing on PC, I'm in my room, I'm in my chair, I'm doing everything right here.
Buy a
I'm
pulse headset, dude.
by what?
Buy a pulse headset. The headset.
No, we have a policy at home that we don't wear headsets when we are with the family.
Ah, yeah, true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what about you, Aziz? What's your game of the year? Who do you think will win?
think yeah, I think it's set in stone that Elden Ring is gonna win. I think this game's like just blew it out of the park. It was such a I feel like it wasn't just it shouldn't be awarded the game of the year. It's supposed to be awarded the game of the generation. I feel like in the entire Souls franchise, it was the it was a generational game. So I think Elden Ring is gonna win.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
I believe Elden Ring
Yeah.
gonna win as well because, as I said, God of War Ragnarok gonna be number 2 if anything, but because of two things, I'm not sure about the other one, but I'm sure about the first one. After you're done with the game, there's nothing to do. Straight up. After you're done with the game, there's nothing to do, and the trend gonna die immediately. Elden Ring is still trending. People are still playing Elden Ring. People are still talking about Elden Ring, even though it was launched like what 5 months ago, and
Like
people are still-
like a longer. It's like 8 months.
yeah, longer than 5 months, maybe 8 months or 7 months. I don't know, but it is still around.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, God of War Ragnarok will die after everyone just played the game and completed the game. It will die.
Yeah, because there's only one way. In Elden Ring, you've got classes, so there's a lot
You
of
have
ways to play the
class.
game. Yeah.
It's an open world. You can be fighting a boss. You can avoid the boss. You pick your own fight.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, unlike God of War Ragnarok. That's my prediction. About the other games, I don't really care about them, honestly. They all look the same. Horizon Forbidden West, The Plague Tale Requiem, Xenoblade Chronicles. I feel like they are a combination between Final Fantasy and what the other thing, Dead or Alive or Left 4 Dead.
don't say Dead or Alive, dude. That's
No, not Dead or Alive. No, I forgot its name. Where the protagonist is a girl with her, I think, father. They go in the woods and they.
You mean
fight
Horizon
zombies.
Forbidden West?
No. What was that game? I
It's
really
fine.
forgot.
It's okay. No worries.
Yeah, and the Red Dead Redemption. I feel like these three things combined, they will produce Xenoblade, Horizon Forbidden West, and Plague Tale Requiem.
Oh, yeah, to be fair, yeah, Horizon Forbidden West is a good game. I played it, I finished it in the end, but because of the story, it's lackluster story, I would say.
Yeah, like you will feel lost most of the time. Like you will feel like there are things that need to be talked about, need to be clarified, but it's not mentioned anywhere. And I don't believe they're gonna be making another. They're gonna be making a sequel for Forbidden West.
Oh, no, they
Yeah, I think this was it.
no, they'll make a third one. Don't worry, I'm sure they will.
Or like,
Forbidden West?
are there?
Yeah, they will. They will.
Yeah,
They will.
maybe,
Yeah, well,
maybe.
let's hope they clarify the story then.
It's still a good IP. It's still a good IP, but they just need to sort of improve the story and everything. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yep. So consensus: Elden Ring. Yeah.
Elden Ring.
2 versus
Elden
1.
Ring.
Aziz.
Yeah.
And what about our viewers?
Who is the one?
Huh? What about our viewers? I mean, what do you guys think?
No. Don't gloss over it. Who is the one?
Who is
2 versus 1. Who is the one?
No, I'm God of War Ragnarok.
You are God of War team.
Yeah. I'm Gao team. Yeah, I'm Gao team. Only because I find it difficult to play any Souls games. I can't.
That says a lot about you, you know.
Yeah, I'm a casual dude. I'm a noob sometimes.
No, not that. I'm just saying that, just jokingly.
No worries, no worries. I love Asura's Wrath, especially the Street Fighter collaboration.
Oh my God, Azura's Wrath. I really love Azura's Wrath. I swear to God, like some games need to be brought back, like not as a remaster or reboot. No,
Like in
Make a
a
sequel.
continuation, yeah, and a new
continuation.
installment, yeah.
like Blood Will Tell, Altered Beast, Azura's Wrath. Many games to talk about, many games to mention.
It's
Captain America should be brought back. The game Captain America with
yeah.
the robot and the zombie and the ninja. It should be brought back, but no. The
Yeah,
robot
and speaking of bringing back franchises, I feel like it's time to bring back Infamous. It's time to bring back that franchise. I miss it so
Oh,
much.
and Infamous was a good game.
You have
Infamous was a
Ghost of.
good
They're
game.
busy with Ghost of Tsushima too, so they can't do Infamous right now.
Yeah, it's almost the same, but we need the name Infamous. We need
Yeah,
the
I
things
agree.
that are happening in Infamous when you have to choose between a good side or the bad
Yeah,
side.
I like that
That
so
was
much. Yeah,
bad.
yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
I finished it twice. One on the good side, one on the bad side, and one was
Which
neutral.
which installment? Which one? The first, the second, or the third?
Infamous.
Yeah, no,
I
there were four games.
There's one.
There's like
There's two.
yeah,
There's
no, I only remember one. And I did the same thing with the game called Prototype.
yeah. Prototype is good.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Finished it in bad side, good side, and neutral.
I thought
It,
second.
it was really badass game, like a lot of hack and slash, which is unfortunately not that much of it in the new games.
Yeah. So I
What do you have to have all your brain cylinders firing at the same time just to figure out your next move? It's amazing. It's amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
apparently,
what were you saying?
so sorry. So apparently, so I said 2 against 1, right? So everyone in the
Yeah.
audience is Elden Ring. They're all Elden Ring fans. So
Yeah.
I'm being
So
overwhelmed. So yeah, it's gonna be Elden Ring. Damn.
yeah. So go crawl back to your corner, please.
No way, go. Oh my goodness. Kratos, you are the god of war. Do something. Anyway, yeah.
Boy.
So Elden Ring, congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Elden Ring gonna win.
I think you're
100%.
gonna win.
I strongly believe Elden Ring gonna win.
So I think just before we end, we just have some bonus categories here that we just want to
Yeah,
go through.
let's talk about it. Let's talk about
Okay, so bonus categories. Okay,
Yeah.
the first one, the best game remaster you never asked for. Which one would
Game
that be?
remaster I have never asked
No,
for.
the best
The
game
Knights of
remaster
the Old
you
Republic.
never asked
Yeah.
for. That's the one that shouldn't have come out.
In 2022?
2022.
Hmm.
Remaster or remake, whatever, it's fine. Could be a remake as well.
Oh, Resident Evil, easily. Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
Why not? It's a good game.
Yeah, it's a good game. I was not asking for a remake for Resident Evil 4, but when they brought it back, it was amazing.
No, but what I meant, what you never asked for is we never really asked for it. They gave it.
Oh, but they
But
gave it to us.
yeah, they gave it to us, but you shouldn't have. There's no point of doing so. That's what I meant.
Oh, Dead Space.
Dead Space,
Dead
dude.
Space.
No, I disagree. I disagree. Dead Space.
What?
Dead Space is it's a very good game. It's a and you know the well, yeah. Just thinking about it now, yeah, you're right. Because even then, the graphical fidelity, right? Even on the first one, it still stacks up today. You don't need to sort of change it. But I think the ray tracing and everything that helps.
No, that did not do anything, really. Like just fixing, giving it ray tracing. That's not gonna do anything.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna be like bringing a remake or a remaster, add a little bit of mechanics, maybe add a little bit of things in the story.
Yeah, new content. Add like more
Add
content.
little
Yeah.
things. You have already gone through the whole thing of remaking and remastering the same game. Might as well just add something to it. Dead Space didn't do that. They just brought the game, put the render scale on high, and publish it back. Why?
Yeah, it's and there's new game coming actually, Callisto Protocol. It's coming out. So I think the developers came from EA before who developed that space.
Callisto Protocol.
Callisto Protocol.
I didn't
You
know.
have to see it. You have to see the trailer, dude. It looks really good. I'm excited for it. It comes in December.
In December, so it's
Yeah.
gonna be 2022 game.
Yeah,
So sad it's not gonna be in the Games Award.
it didn't. Yeah, unfortunately, didn't make the cutoff. The cutoff was November 18. You have to see it. It's really good. At least the trailers.
The monsters look unique.
Oh yeah. I'm having high
They
hopes on
look
this game.
unique. Unlike the other games who basically do asset flips on Unity game engine. This looks unique, like soldiers in
yes.
space and the futuristic versus zombies.
There's one more game on this category, the remake you never asked for. Last of Us Part One.
Yeah, the Last of Us. The Last of Us. This is the game I was thinking about when I was talking about the
Ah,
three game. Last of
okay,
Us.
okay,
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Last
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
Us.
yeah.
So they never should have
Yeah.
made a remake of Last of Us One. There's no change. It's a remaster. It's not a remake. It's a
I mean, what's the
remaster.
difference? But what's the difference between a remaster and a remake? Like, I feel like it's the same thing.
Those
Same thing, just a different word.
I think you asked this on the first episode. So the remaster is just changing the graphical fidelity, I guess. So if, for example, it was only available in 1080p, you want to upscale it to 4K, right? So you want to
That's a
upscale the
remaster.
game to 4K. That's a remaster. Remake is changing some of the mechanics, changing some of the things in the game, which is it's still with the game is still intact, but there are some things that's happening in it that makes the game much better in terms of
Yeah,
Or
gameplay
different, yeah.
wise.
Better,
it's
Yes.
like
better or different, yeah.
Yes.
refined mechanics.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
That's a remake.
Yeah, Last of Us was great, Omar, but what I meant was the remake. You don't need to remake it. It's still okay. The graphics
It, it,
back.
it was uh, it was already a good game. Like, why did they remake it? Like, they paid money for nothing. It's a non-concept basically.
Yeah, but you know what they
The
do?
game is relatively still new. The Last of Us one is still relatively new
Yeah,
in terms of games that people are playing now. I for once I play old games like 10, 20 years ago. Okay, so in my book, The Last of Us one is still relatively new game.
yes. You know what they do, right? So every console generation, they need to upscale the game. This is what they're doing
Yeah.
here. But instead of saying remaster, they packaged it to say it's a remake. Because to be fair, the game came out on the PS3,
Mm-hmm.
and then now we have on the PS5, right? So there's two console differences.
Gap.
You get two console gap.
Yeah.
So instead of saying remaster, they will say it's a remake now because PS5 is more technologically advanced than the
Yes.
PS3. Bullshit. Anyway, it's still a I would say don't call it a remake. It's a remaster. Uh,
They didn't
they,
add
they didn't
anything.
change too much. I mean, I would still. Yeah.
They called it a remake just because a remake is more appealing more than a remaster.
Yeah, so that they don't look bad, and they make it look like they're just doing a cash grab out of Last of Us, I guess.
Yes, yes, yes. Agreed.
Agreed.
So, this is the things. Aziz, you have anything to add?
I
What,
mean,
a remake you
speaking
never asked for?
speaking of remakes or remasters, I'm extremely excited for the remaster or remake of the Knights of the Old Republic, and I know it
I
didn't come
knew you were
out
going to
yet.
talk about
Yeah,
that. I knew you were going to say
I
that.
know,
I
I know
swear to
that.
God, I the moment you said I'm excited for, I was about to cut you off and say the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic of Star Wars. I knew it. I swear to God, I knew it.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
extremely excited for this game. I haven't played it. I haven't played the original one, but even though they're gonna release this new version, I don't want. I hate it and love it. I love it because I feel like it's gonna be such a great game, but I also hate it because I hate when games or maps in like Call of Duty games or anything along those lines is remastered or or remaked, because I want the studios or developers to create something new and not just bring back
Okay.
something from the past.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah,
you never asked
yeah,
for
I
this
never
one,
asked for this honestly, but I am excited.
but since it's there and you never played it for, so you're fine with it
Yeah,
because
I'm
you never
fine with
played it
it.
for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are our takes. You have any other category you want to talk about,
One
Clint?
more, okay, one more. Let's or two more categories. One is the best cash grab game of 2022.
Overwatch 2.
Cash grab.
No, let's not call it a cash grab. Let's call it a money hog.
A money hog.
Okay. Yeah, like they gotta be hogging money. They are still hogging money. As I said, I saw today a package they released yesterday. Okay, of a skin with a spray emote and a tiny little emblem that you can put on the weapon.
Hmm.
It's gonna cost you 20 euro. Like the cost of this same skin 3 times is a new game. Why are you making it this expensive? Just make it a little less, like $5 maybe,
Why
or
five? Why
€5.
$5? They're skins, so they should just be like 50 cents or something.
Yeah, I swear to
Remember,
God, like it's
remember
really
those?
confusing.
Yeah, remember those times, the good old times where the skins were just
Good old
like
times.
50 cents each, and you don't have to pay so much for them.
Yeah,
Now they're costing $20 because of inflation or whatnot.
yeah. Even though it's a single skin, it's not changing anything. It's not doing anything.
Yeah, it's not help.
The the cash grab. Listen, there's two types of games: cash grab and money hungry games. Money hungry games like Overwatch 2. Okay,
Uh,
Overwatch 2, as I said, they released the new game for free. Okay, but they still ask for money for everything.
yeah.
Okay,
What?
so these are money hungry game. If you even though it's not gonna change anything, but it's gonna be cool to have unique cosmetics.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna be cool. However, other games like, let's say, mobile games and these
Diablo
things,
Immortal. Diablo Immortal for
yeah,
2022 best cash grab
and
pay to
and
win
and
game.
and Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is a cash grab, not a cash grab. It's a money hungry game where if you want to buy if you want to get a new character, if you want to get new weapon, you're gonna have to spend a lot of money to have a chance of getting these new things or strong things. I have some of my friends who are constantly calling me, asking me to buy them cards and send it to them because they don't have cards where they at, and their store is Qatari store. So over there they don't have cards, so they call me, send me the money, and ask me to buy cards. And I ask them, "What are you doing with all that money?" They say, "I'm gonna be putting in Geshing Impact." I swear to God. So these games are not cash grabs. I call them money hungry. A cash grab game is a game that is not done well. It's basically an asset flip on Unity game engine, okay? And they publish it with a price for people to pay, and they don't really care about it.
Yeah. So chat, what do you guys
That's what
think?
I call a cash grab.
Which is your best cash grab game of 2022? Put it in the chat. And then there's one more cat. Oh, what about you, Aziz? Best cash grab game? Fortnite?
I feel like the
Fortnite,
best.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's Fortnite.
I feel like the best cash grab game of this year would have to be The Last of Us Part One, the remake of that
Yeah, I
game.
agree. I agree. I
Yeah, I
agree.
agree. I agree. That's really strong coming from you, bro. Because for real, no, for real. Did you play Last of Us One?
I haven't actually.
Yeah, so you're basically right on the money with that one because they brought the game back, upscaled the render scale, and they publish it, which is basically a cash grab, straight up. There is nothing to add to it.
Yeah, yeah. There's nothing to
Yeah,
change in that game. That game is perfect as it is.
yeah. Omar Al-Utaibi says, I think Mortal Kombat.
Which
What
one?
what do you mean by Mortal Kombat? Like which Mortal Kombat is it, and what do you mean by mentioning Mortal Kombat? Is it a cash grab game or a money hungry game? I feel like Mortal Kombat is a cash grab game. It was not done that well, and people still bought it because it's Mortal Kombat. It's a piece of history.
I think if it's an iteration every year, if you're making a game every year, then and then there's not much change from what you've done in the last year. I think that's a cash grab. Like for example, NBA 2K. That's a
Uh huh.
freaking cash grab. It's a roster update, dude. There's nothing.
FIFA,
Fi-
not NBA 2K. NBA 2K is a money hungry game. I call it money hungry game because they had ads and you have to pay for them to buy a subscription to have these ads removed, but still they're gonna be throwing ads in your face. So yeah, it's a money hungry game. It's not a cash grab in my opinion.
I think it's both though.
I don't really see it.
You don't see it?
I
Uh,
see it's a money hungry game, not a cash grab.
yeah. Okay.
Because the game is actually good.
Oh
It is good.
no, it is.
Less bugs than FIFA.
It's good, but every year, come on, don't release it every year. I mean,
Every year there are players moving from team to another.
but it's a roster.
Every single year.
It's a roster update. You can do it. I mean, if I buy, you can have a definitive NBA 2K, and then just
Uh-huh.
update the roster every year through. You can just push it. It's an update. It's not a big deal for them.
There are new halls to play in. I am team NBA 2K.
You're pro 2K, yeah.
Yeah. I'm anti FIFA. I'm team 2K.
Yeah, every
I
FIFA.
mean, you have LeBron James, man. What do you mean? It should be a new game every year.
with his with a new hairstyle and goatee and everything every year he
Yeah,
changes. Yeah,
yeah. And hanging out with Drake and spreading around the
yeah. So
cranberries, whatever.
uh,
Sprite cranberry.
Abueta is saying every FIFA. Yeah, so every FIFA. He agrees. Every FIFA, and so
Every
does
FIFA is a
Liparis.
big cash grab. Because the last three FIFAs I played, not a single thing has changed.
Mm,
Not a single thing has changed. I
mm,
don't know why they are bringing it. Meanwhile, in NBA 2K, there is a story mode. Unlike FIFA, there is story mode, rich story mode in NBA 2K where you can create a character and have a whole story around it. But in NBA 2K, you're gonna be creating a team and you're gonna be fighting against another teams.
I mean, at least they try. At least they try to add something, not just
Yeah,
rehash the same thing every year.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
So plus
But in
ads.
NBA 2K, you create a character, you make him like a middle or an attacker, or maybe a defense, and have a whole story built around that player.
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
My player, right? On my player.
Yeah, you're a player.
Yeah.
You're a player. That's NBA 2K,
Yeah,
not FIFA.
NV2K. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is the last category you have?
Last category, it's a bit anticlimactic. The controller hurler game. So
Controller
Which game is
hurdler.
that?
which made you fling your controller to the TV out of, I don't know,
Oh,
anger or rage or whatever.
are we gonna be talking in 2022
Uh
or in general?
2022 preferably, but if you have any other game you think the most frustrating
Getting
game,
over it.
yeah, the most frustrating game ever.
Getting over it, man.
What is that?
Getting over it is a man sitting inside a pot, okay, and have a hammer and have to climb a mountain. I
Okay.
swear to God, this game is the most rage-inducing game that have ever existed. If you watch the videos of players playing Getting Over It, you're gonna be
Okay.
laughing your ass off the whole video, man.
Okay,
It's
okay.
it's just amazing. It's cool. Like the mechanics are cool in the game, but it is so hard. It is frustrating. It is frustrating. But if you're gonna be talking about 2022, I will say Elden Ring.
Elden Ring 100%. Elden Ring 100%.
Elden Ring
But even
makes me want to this exist. Makes me want to roll back time, just commit a quick Zawardo and just go back in time and just to stop myself from buying this game, man.
that okay, so that I agree, Elden Ring, and then also Catherine. Catherine is also frustrating.
Catherine,
Yeah, Catherine.
I what is this game? Hold on.
It's
What do you mean?
it's a guy. It's the same people. Atlas. It was developed by Atlas.
Oh,
It's
Catherine, the when you are
the puzzle.
asleep.
You're asleep. Yeah. Whenever you sleep, you need to
Oh
solve
my!
those.
I played this game.
Oh
I
yeah.
forgot it's called Catherine.
It's called
I forgot
Catherine.
it's called. I played it. I played it. Like when you're gonna have to climb a
Yes.
mountain.
Yes. Dude,
Yeah, dude.
that's
I
frustrating.
started playing it after like how many hours do I have in this game? Like what, 7 hours? Oh, let
Yeah.
me just check on my Steam.
That should have been game of the year.
Catherine. No, I have surprisingly I have 1 hour. Even though I was like looking at the whole thing, I was listening to the stories. I was choosing very wisely, picking my picks. It's an NSFW game, by the way, so be careful when you're going there.
But it's a great
So
game. It's a great game.
but it is a great puzzle game, but it's annoying. It's so
It's
annoying.
frustrating.
When you fall back, you're gonna have and it is slow. It is slow, and the mechanics are kind of janky.
Mm.
Like when I wanna go right or left based on the player where he is, he's not gonna be going right or left to his right or to his left. No, the character gonna be moving right or left based on where he is.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if you go right by mistake and you're now behind the block and you press left, you're gonna still go around, which is the wrong way you want to be going, so you die.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of janky like that. But yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
but if you get it, it's actually it's the puzzles are great. The puzzles are great. And
It was great, but it's the mechanics which got me off.
yeah.
It made me hate the game. The mechanics.
Yeah.
It's not refined. It's really janky. But the story wise, I believe it's rich story
Yes,
wise.
it's rich.
It's cool. Like and that's a concept I have never seen before. That someone plays with you in your dreams and
Yes.
kind of plays with you still when you're awake, and the same thing causing other people to die. But now it's your turn. You don't know what to do with it. It's really cool game.
Yep. Yep.
But the mechanics is just janky. That's what made me hate it. But yeah, if you want a game that will make you destroy everything around you, go play Getting Over It.
Getting over
I
it.
swear, yeah, Getting Over It.
Okay.
Getting Over It.
I'll. I'll.
It's the same developer of QWOP. You know QWOP,
Yes, I know Quap. I know
QWOP.
Quap.
It's the same developer of QWOP.
Yeah. Omar is saying Cuphead. Yeah, Cuphead.
No, Cuphead. I found it more like casual.
Did you?
Yeah, I find it like more casual video game. I don't really find it hard to play Cuphead. Even with the new release, they had the new DLC. It's I still finished the new DLC in like 2 hours or
Mm.
less. It's not that hard. It's not that long.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, especially that basically when you get into the game, you're immediately against the boss. There is no stages to go through or anything.
Okay. So from the guy who plays Souls games, who
Yeah,
really likes
it's not
challenge. Yeah.
it's not really that hard. Cuphead, it's not really that hard in my book.
What about you, Aziz? What's
I
your?
mean, I honestly actually don't have. There hasn't been any game that made me angry or rage quit because, like, generally speaking, I'm a person that doesn't get mad or angry or sad or get frustrated with anything. I just like if things don't go my way in my everyday life, I just move on.
Okay.
I just try to like distract myself, or I just like stay calm and stay positive. Even if I'm losing, or even if the players in my game are like making me lose, I would just stay positive.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a thing I see when I'm playing Overwatch. Yeah, because it's a team thing. If your teammate is dumb, what you gonna do about it? There's nothing you can do about it. So instead of getting mad, just let it go, let it go.
Let it
Unless,
go.
except, I mean, unlike when you are in a single player game and it's really hard and you want to throw the control on the screen. That's a whole different thing. But in multiplayer games, well, it is what it is.
It is
You
what it
can't
is.
fix your teammate, and he's across the internet. Like you can't reach him, or you can't do anything. And if you open the mic and start saying anything, he's gonna be screeching like a squished cat or anything. I don't really know. Like a stray cat, maybe. I don't know.
Like Stray.
Like stray.
Vote for
That's it.
Stray for Game of the Year.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about being one shot in Fortnite from across the map? How do you feel about that?
I'm fine with it, honestly.
Really?
You're fine with it?
Yeah,
After you respawn and then you just get killed, then you're fine with that? I would have.
yeah, I'm fine with it. I
I
don't
I
get
would have
mad.
screamed.
Like being fully shielded and everything, and being basically one shot by a sniper.
Yeah,
that
Yeah, by a 3-year-old who has 3-year-old.
yeah, a
Was lots
sniper
of
who
time
built
on his hands.
an entire city in front of you using materials and shit. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, live free,
So,
stray. Okay, final category. Jiggle physics. No, just kidding. Enough.
hey, Catherine have jiggle physics.
Which one?
Catherine have them.
Oh, Catherine has them. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, this is your answer. Anything else?
No, that's it. Before we degrade this podcast and Abdul Rahman
Anymore?
shoots us when we next meet. Yeah. Nothing else from my side. Yes.
Yeah, I'm done. You have
I'm
anything,
good.
Aziz?
No, I'm done too.
Yeah, so thank you everyone for being in the chat. Thank you everyone for attending the live stream. Thank you to my beautiful co-hosts, Lodi1 Kenobi and Aziz the Hobbit. Okay, before we go, please check out our links down in the description. Check out our social medias. Interact with us on stories and these things. We really take your interaction into consideration, and we really discuss them. If we put up a petition, or put up like a voting system or anything, or ask a question, we take your feedback and we share them among among ourselves, like one another, and we talk about them, and we see how people feel about things and how we should address things. So yeah, check them. If you have extra pennies in your pocket, you don't know what to do with them, we have a Patreon account. You should go there, throw your money there. Don't buy water, don't buy food, starve. Throw your money there. Okay?
And make a wish.
Uh,
It might come
and
true.
make a wish. Yeah, make a wish. Hopefully. It will come true. Trust me. Yeah. So allegedly, don't take it seriously. Allegedly, no, I'm not talking as if I'm a deity or something. Allegedly, your dreams will come true if you toss your money there. Just toss your money there. Work hard on your dreams, and it will come true. Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Shieldman H.
The only one Kenobi.
This is the Hobbit.